Maiyegun làwọn mọ̀ làwọn tó lódodo. Maiyegun dayari. Maiyegun làwọn mọ̀ làwọn tó lódodo. Maiyegun dayari. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Maiyegun dayari. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun dayari. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun dá wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀dẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari political. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun dayari. Ẹ fara balẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ lójoojúmọ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra yìí. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra yìí. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra yìí. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra yìí. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra yìí. Maiyegun ti dé. Go and tell them. Maiyegun ti dé. Jíjó ìgbádùn rẹ̀. What about that? It is said. Maiyegun Mawi. So let's get it started. Maiyegun Mawi. Just one sec, eh? Now effort. So you're welcome to Maiyegun's Diary from wherever you're watching from, and that's me getting myself set properly. Thank you very much for your time. This is Maiyegun Live, and if you read the caption of the broadcast, you can make your own contribution accordingly. It's going to be a quick jara this morning, and it is for those who it's for those of you who love to play that your emotional blackmail. Those of you who love to be politically correct. That is why I want to do this. It's important. And the fact that we have Maiyegun's Diary Political. We keep the record of every event and, for posterity's sake. For posterity's sake, rather. Thank you very much, guys, for your time. And you can share the broadcast from wherever you are watching from. So let's get started. Like I said, blackmailing us, trying to use is our man. He's a Yoruba man. He's an Hausa man. Oh, they hate him because he's an Igbo man and stuff like that. But when they are stealing the money, they don't remember if they are stealing it for Yoruba, stealing it for Igbo, sharing the money for Hausa, for Kanuri, for Fulani, for a Shekiri, for a Joe. They don't remember that. They just share. And they let you deal with the consequences of that, which the resultant effect is the poverty you see today, the poverty, the insecurity, the joblessness, the wanton corruption that is never going to stop. You elected a general and a pastor. They lied to you. And just because they are even worse than the people they came to replace, it has now bounced back on everybody. No matter how much you pretend, no matter how much you try to make it look like, but it's not this, it's not that. Now you get crazy for it. Okay? Now you know well. Call us name, call us anything. We will call them their real name. You call them your leaders. We call them rogues, thieves, people that should be publicly humiliated and then jailed, incarcerated, and taken away from public view. They should never be allowed to get to anywhere anything that has to do with leadership. But what can we say? People deserve the leaders they have. You deserve the criminals who are leading you. The sweet thing about the whole thing is that many of you abusing us, you are going to come back to agree with us, even though you will do it stylishly. And then you will find the remorse, and you will finally come back to agree with us that those you are defending, they are thieves, they are born criminals, they are a bunch of rogues. That's you defending them. You're not different from them. You will be like them when you have the chance, or even worse than them. And do not blackmail us with that your stupid slave mentality that all these abnormalities are actually normal. So don't blackmail us. We know they call thieves honorable. We know they call thieves excellency. We know they call rogues criminals. We know they call them distinguished. We call them rogues, criminals, thieves. We know they call them Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo. We call them by their name. We call them by their names. And then we call them by their real names. Rogues, bunch of opportunists, criminals who speak your language only to steal from you. So you can abuse us. Many of you abused us when we were telling you that Hushmagu or Hushmagu is a thief. You were abusing us. Some of you don't die heads. Some of you bond slaves, born through way. You were on social media day and night shouting, corruption is fighting back. Corruption is fighting back. Buhari will defeat corruption. Ibrahim Magu is fighting corruption. Blah, 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 blah. Why your lives are being frittered away? Why your lives, your destinies, your existence are being traded away on the cheap coins, stealing everything from you, while you go about with that illusion, the illusion that they are doing everything in your favor. You have seen the news. Now them know themselves. We will just be the amebo. We will never stop talking, because whatever we hear, we don't change it. We say it the way it is. Now they're giving ourselves false hope. Nigeria don't crash. The criminals in charge today and the criminals that you will probably replace them with tomorrow, they will be worse than the ones you have today. When you decide again to still keep your one Nigeria, when those ones finish you for another 4 or 8 years, or how long it's going to take them, you will elect another set of criminals that will be worse than them. It never gets better. You have only been sort of you have been adapting to every hardship that they brought upon you. Every of them, you have been managing to adapt. It is not because they are better or fear. You have just been adapting. Bokohari's own is just monumental. Hushinbajo, Ikene Shatabandu, Agbowori Babaoja, the special advisor to Bokohari on burial arrangement, graveyard maintenance, condolence visits, and money matters, trader money matters rather. Fake Pastor Ruga is a complete thief. He's been working with a thief, a rogue, a sort of a career criminal called Tifnumbu. For 8 years, he was with Tifnumbu. All the stolen properties of Lagos State, that they have changed the names of those properties, those landed properties and everything. They have changed the name legally from Lagos State government's property, changed them to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's properties that you are all talking about today. Tinubu owns half of Lagos. Tinubu is this and that. Do you think Tinubu was that smart? He was working with a thief, a short man devil, a fake pastor. And they say he's a Yoruba man. And you born idiots. 5 years, 5 solid years. What has changed in your lives in Yoruba land? Tell me about it. Are you different from those in Samfara? Are you different from those in Borono? Oh, because they are killing those ones physically. Hunger is killing many of you silently. You are doing the odd jobs, the worst you have found yourself in years, in decades as Yorubas. But it is easier for you to come on social media and start beating your chest like a dwarf chimpanzee. You come on social media thumping your chest, like a dwarf chimpanzee, so to say, telling us that a Yoruba man is number 2. We should not bring him down. But they can bring Yoruba land down, Abi. They can. Do you know that when the people become so confused that they begin to think career thieves who can come to you and pretend to be men of God. It's only in Nigeria I've been hearing that title, man of God, man of God. So who am I? Man of devil, Abi? Because I didn't come to you to say I'm a man of God, Abi? Nigeria. Meanwhile, they are a bunch of devils, evil-minded, black-hearted criminals. Ibrahim Magu, for 5 years, went rogue. He became a rogue in the security apparatus of Nigeria. Everyone was endangered. They started targeting people. They started confiscating properties of people. And they started selling them to themselves in peanuts. And even the money, the proceeds of those sales were even stolen. Now, for 5 years, instead of Nigeria under Bokohari and the fake Pastor Ruga, a Yoruba man. So instead of them to give us the record of the recovered loot, the convicted criminals who stole the money, now we are investigating the man that has been chasing around everyone for corruption. Is now being investigated for corruption. 380 houses, both in Nigeria and abroad. Over 10 foreign bank accounts, money transfer through third-party proxies and all that. Just same way all your politicians does. Your military men, your generals, they work with the bankers who do the job for them. Even though they come on camera every day to tell you, oh, corruption is going to finish this country. We have to blah, blah, blah. Do you not think that the reason why they all keep quiet, those they call themselves the elite, those pretentious idiots, those who have money with no sense, those ones who are spending billions, building mansions in a shanty, where they buy, multi-million naira automobiles that they drive on a completely, off-road in their community. They harm their own generator to prove that they are rich. They call themselves the elite. They live a fake life. And they indulge the criminals that call themselves the political class, because they open up together to rob you, to continue to destroy the land, even though if they pretend that they are actually leading and they love the land they lead. Fake lies and fake promises. A Yoruba man, the number 2 man in Nigeria. That is what an hungry Isiaka, that is currently, after he graduated, 6 years, for a course of 4 years, he graduated and is now riding Okada in Ibadan. And then that Isiaka, whose destiny has been twisted by a rotten system that the likes of Bokohari and the likes of Hushmagu are overseeing and supervising for 5 years. You graduated, turned to Okada rider, graduated, turned to Keke Marua driver, graduated and turned to, a degree holder, turned to a truck driver for Dangote. And all of you are working as casual workers in different Chinese companies that are more or less like labor camps and slave camps. You are there, but number 2 man in Nigeria who care about you. The number 2 man in Nigeria is a Yoruba man. So therefore, we can't bring him down. They have brought your destinies down. And you just don't know yet. Okay? But you will soon know. With time, you will get to realize how much danger you are putting yourself for ever standing up with that tribal nonsense to defend thieves. What did they do? Ibrahim Magu has stolen 39 billion naira. That is what they can find. But does that mean that those who are looking at, who arrested him, or who claim that he wasn't arrested, the same people who arrested him are also a bunch of thieves? The Attorney General, whose memo led to the arrest and detention of Hushmagu, is a career thief. We will celebrate his own destruction too, because that's the only thing left. They have destroyed the self-esteem of many, an average Nigerian, rich or poor. They don't have the stamina. They don't have the steam. They don't have the confidence. They don't have anything to speak up and ask a question. So they have succeeded in destroying you by all means, economically, psychologically, religiously, politically, and tribally too. But the only thing left for them, now that you can't fight them, the only thing left for them is to allow them to self-destruct. They will destroy themselves. And you know what? When they do, some of you will be the lifeline trying to give them lives again, because you are born slaves and you never love to see your oppressors humiliated. You don't like seeing your oppressors, your slave masters, being humiliated, even though they have humiliated you all your lives. They born you into that thing. They born you into that contraption. Here you are. Here we are discussing about our problems. You are born into it. So if you defend them, what you're doing is that you are defending those who are happy to see you like that. They call you ordinary Nigerian. And I rejected that 5 years ago. I remember. I was like, I am not an ordinary Nigerian. You will listen to educated people giving analysis on TV, and they will be describing the politicians as so powerful, rich, influential. Then they will be discussing about the people that gave them that power. They would be describing them as ordinary Nigerians. Ordinary Nigerians. Meanwhile, the powerful Nigerians were supposed to have derived their power from the ordinary Nigerians. So the ordinary Nigerians that gave them the power became ordinary the moment they got the power. Are you not stupid that you are actually listening to such today, as educated as you are? Because that's the class. It is a social class, the poor and the rich. Everyone wants to cross it over, and they will do everything. They stole Lagos State money dry. They stole Lagos State dry, right? They did everything legally. You see, when people tell you that the moment another government takes over Lagos State, they will take over all the properties that Tinubu stole and all the properties stolen by other former governors of the APC in Lagos State, I laugh at you. You have no clue. The fake Pastor Ruga, the Ikene Shatabandu, the Agbowoni Babaoja, the special advisor to this lifeless Bokohari, Hushinbajo, the Oshdogi in the villa. They have perfected everything. Think about this. A situation whereby the popular residents that all of you know as Tifnumbu's house in Lagos State today, the popular residents, Bodilon, that house was bought by Tinubu when he was governor. He renovated it with government money. Then he sold it to Lagos State government. When he retired, because that's when he put the retirement for governors. It started in Lagos State, Yoruba land, right? And from there, other states, other criminal, states like that, they also copied it, and they are paying pension to their governors who served for either 4 years or for 80 years, 2 terms. So he sold the property, that Bodilon house, he sold it to Lagos State government. When he now left government in 2007, and the Fashola came in, so Fashola just approved that Bodilon as the house for Bola Tinubu, because the pension law of Lagos says they have to pay, they have to build him a house in Lagos. They have to build him a house in Abuja. And they have to buy him 2 SUV cars in Lagos. They have to buy him 2 SUV cars in Abuja. And these 2 SUV cars, bulletproof cars, they must be changed every 2 years. And he must be collecting the same salary as the sitting governor. So if a new governor comes in like Sanwo-Olu as he is now, and Sanwo-Olu is collecting 7 million naira a month, so they will be paying him that 7 million. If they are paying 300% allowance, furniture allowance of his salary, they will be paying 300% allowance to Tifnumbu. If they are paying 200% of the salary on insurance, they will be paying the same thing to Tifnumbu. They will be paying the same thing to Fashola. They will be paying the same to Ambode. That is the law he put down. Do you know who actually made that happen? The fake Pastor Ruga. It was the Attorney General of Lagos State. They did everything legally, and it looks so legally. Till tomorrow, it will take you eternity. It will take you years of litigation. Even if he dies, it will take years of litigation for Lagos State government to see 10% of what they stole from you. You know what he did again? It was this same fake Pastor Ruga Hushinbajo as Attorney General of Lagos that encouraged that Tifnumbu to be giving the lands of Lagos State as gift to INEC officials, to police officers, police commissioners, to judges all around Nigeria. You will see an Aboki judge from Zamfara. They will tell you he owns the land in Lekki. It was given to him since 2002. You will be shocked. They did all of that to make sure that there is no way you will uproot them completely. No way. It's going to take forever. And they did that, all those illegal things, they did them legally. They used the state assembly to make them laws. And for you to come back and change it, it will take eternity. That's what he did. So that is the Hushinbajo I know. Okay? So he can come to you and speak all those eloquent grammar. He can appear to be an educated, enlightened person. He's written so many books. He's a professor. Waiting down one can't lead to Lagos State. Waiting down one can't lead to Yoruba land. What has that done to Nigeria in 5 years? Because some of you think we are actually so dumb as you. We know more. What you care about is that title. Magu was pursuing people for stealing money. When Bokohari left Nigeria for London in 2016, for some reason, this was when Magu insatiated himself with the Tifnumbu clan, and he became the houseboy of Tifnumbu politically for cover. And he enjoyed it while it lasted. Okay? When Bokohari left Nigeria for London, and Hushinbajo became the acting president, a lot of things happened. He took a decision by sacking the Lawal Daura led DSS. So Daura was sacked for invading the National Assembly, for invading the judges' quarters. Then he also sacked the grass cutter, Babashir Lawal, the one that used 242 million naira to cut grass around the IDP camp where the internally displaced people were living in the north. While those living in those camps were begging on the street for food, they were using 242 million naira to clear the grass around them. Oshubade, fake Pastor Ruga, sacked him. Glorious. The same fake Pastor Ruga also announced the immediate scrapping of SARS in Nigeria. And they also launched what he called a committee to investigate the killings by SARS in Nigeria, which is very much higher in the southwest and the southeast of Nigeria. Terrible, killing people. But all of that went into the drain. They were for the camera. They were for the whole show, the photo op. They didn't lead to anything. Babashir Lawal was not arrested for the indictment of stealing. Lawal Daura was not arrested for the violation of the sacred land of the National Assembly. They wanted to tell us it was sacred. It wasn't. It's just a den of thieves. Nothing happened. SARS continued to kill people. Yorubas, Igbos, everybody continue to get killed by criminal SARS officers working for Nigeria. Nothing happened. But few things happened that he committed himself. We didn't know that until the 8th Assembly, led by Saraki and Co., told us about the discrepancies in the figures of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. NEMA was offered a whole ship of rice by China to be delivered to Nigeria and be distributed to those who are living in IDP camps in the north, the internally displaced persons that Bokohari told in 2014, 2015 that if he became president, he was going to return them back to their homes. Many of them are still living there. Many have died in the IDP camps. Many others have joined them. And many others IDP camps have been created in the last 5 years. They didn't help them. China donated a ship of rice, a whole ship, to Nigeria to be distributed to those poor, unfortunate people. And from nowhere, they said the rice donated by China entered demurrage because the agent that should clear the rice didn't come and clear it in time. So therefore, the ship entered demurrage. How can your own property enter demurrage on your own water? Something that you want to use to help those who are poor, those who are affected, that you can't take care of. How can your own ship enter demurrage? They said it entered demurrage, and they needed money to pay custom so that custom will release the rice and they can take the rice and distribute the rice. How much would you need to clear the rice? They said they needed 5.4 or 5.5 billion naira. 5.5 billion naira to clear the rice from demurrage. Who are you going to pay the money to? To custom. All this happened. All this were going on. They never got the approval. Immediately, Bokohari left Nigeria in 2016. Acting President Pastor Ruga, fake Pastor Oshubade, approved that money. Meanwhile, the reason why the approval for such money was not given, it was not needed in the first place. But there is something called the governing board. They always appoint your uncles, your aunties, all those your aunties that is working for federal government, is working as a board member, all those GEM board, federal government board appointments. Well, there was a board that was supposed to be a NEMA board. This board is the only body that can approve any money that is above, if you want to pay anything out, any money that is above 10 million naira, you have to pass it through the board. So NEMA no get board. Hushmagu, acting president, he quickly just approved the money, 5.5 billion naira to go and release the rice. Remember, they said the rice don't enter demurrage. Only God knows how many months they left it there untouched so that they can steal that money. And one moment Hushmagu approved the money, they released the rice, but they didn't give it to the internally displaced persons. They put the rice in storage further. And a year and a half after, when the news broke out, they asked the NEMA guys, show us the rice. If you go on YouTube now, you will see the video of the rice, decay, muddy, and all of that, because they abandoned them there. That is the heartlessness of these criminals. And you will never see me come here and romance that. And just because I want to sound soothing to you. They don't tell you that this is Maiyegun. Not just that, the news also came out just recently when the same Magu that you told us corruption is fighting back. Those who are fighting Magu are because they are corrupt. You didn't know that you sent thieves to go and help you fight or find thieves. How is that possible? Today, the news is that Magu also, on the order of the Pastor Ruga, Magu transferred 4 billion naira to Pastor Ruga. And we know how they do it. Don't bobo us. Don't ask us for evidence. If they want us to believe them, just same way they have been lying to you about recovered loot. I have been always on Maiyegun's diary shouting, hey, they have relooted the recovered loot until it became headline in Nigeria. And they are saying relooted recovered loot. Some of you don't know that, all those lines. Some of them, they pick them from Maiyegun's diary. Some of the time when we enter the whole vibe, some of these guys watch me. They listen to us. They have relooted the returned loot. They have relooted the return loot. You are abusing me. You are calling us whalers. You are calling us enemy of progress. Meanwhile, we were supposed to be your friends. The one that will tell you the truth, that they will never be bold enough to tell you. It doesn't matter what language I use. Okay? I keep saying that. It doesn't matter. What I am saying is, if you look and listen very well, you will realize that the same thing you will still come back to agree with me. The same thing you will still come back to agree with us. At the same thing I'm telling you now that you are disagreeing with, because they don't do you number. They have done you enough numbers. So it will take time to neutralize that from your brain. But we'll try. We'll do our best by telling you the truth. 4 billion naira. Is that not the only thing where you hear? Do you know how much the Pastor Ruga shared in the space of 1 year? All of you are shouting because Shadia said that she spent 500 billion naira, distributed 500 billion naira in cash to 11 million household. That is to over 20 million people. All of you say, hey, whoa, Chineke na kpogi. Na lie, you know that. Chineke na kpogi, Shadia. Can someone tell me that meaning? I know it's not a good thing, but I actually, that's what came to my mind. Tell me the meaning, guys. What's the meaning of Chineke na kpogi? Do you get that now? You are shouting. Shadia spent 500 billion. Hushmagu spent nearly 1 trillion naira. That's the account they gave. The data you are seeing that Shadia is using, the fake data, was designed and developed by fake pastor Ruga Oshibade, the same man that want to bring Ruga. They want to use English to deceive some of you idiots that are easily deceived by your tribe, your religion, your political party, your other nonsense that goes on in your empty heads. They change it. We want to steal your land. Say, oh, don't steal our land. It's okay. Oh, yeah, let us do Ruga. God punish you. I like that. Shadia, Chineke na kpogi. Oshibade, Chineke na kpogi. Bokohari, Chineke don't kpogi already. Anyway, so Chineke don't kpogi you already. Seriously, they are heartless guys. Honestly speaking, they are heartless. Give me the right one. I'm going to pick one. Chineke na kpogi means God is calling you. No. God is not calling them. God has rejected them. Give me the one that says punish you. I don't want God to God is not calling them. You should punish them. Give me the right one. God damn it. You see, I am supposed to be a Nigerian. Oh. Listen to this, I'm supposed to be a Nigerian. I don't understand Igbo other than Bea Neba. I can't remember the rest right now. I don't understand Hausa. I don't understand Fulani. I don't understand the Shekiri. I can't speak Kanuri. I can't speak all these languages, right? But I am made to believe that we are all one, no matter what. We are all one. How does that make any sense? Because we speak English, Abi. We could have made English our second language if I'm speaking Yoruba or Ijebu. Give me the right one. Give me the right one. God punish you. Chineke kpogioku. Bless you. Did I pronounce that right? Chineke kpogioku. God go. Fantastic. I'm gonna go back to that my Igbo class again. I was doing very well in my secondary school when I was doing Igbo Hausa languages. but they were never interesting that much because they were so difficult. Imagine someone who read Igbo and Hausa and he's a Yoruba man, and because of side Ozu, he became a language teacher. You know those type, people like me that will just read it up, master it, and I'll start talking about it, and you think, hey, he's so smart, oh, I didn't know he can, that kind of us, but we had to read it up. We're not actually like brought up to understand them clearly. So I was my Hausa teacher was I think Rashida Ade something. She was a Muslim, very lovely lady. Right, she was the one who was teaching us Hausa, but she could speak Hausa, but we don't even know if she was speaking the right Hausa because we were just repeating after her. But immediately we left secondary school, the whole thing they taught us disappeared. Even the book they gave us to be reading, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, what is Owuro, morning, Otutu, quote. Another one and Igbo is the same. I can't remember. So the whole thing disappeared because we weren't being taught by the real Igbo. We were being taught by people who just wanted to be teachers and get a job and begin to teach Ijebu boys how to speak Hausa and Igbo. It didn't work. It didn't work on me, and I know it's not really working on many people right now. Good for you if you can speak all the languages. Trust me, you are the one Nigeria. If you can speak all the languages, there are many of you who are very good. I've seen Igbo men, Igbo women who can speak Yoruba so fluently. They can speak Hausa so fluently. They can speak so many languages like that. Those are the real Nigerians. Put them in the same country. All of us will come from Ijebu. We'll come from Yoruba land. Put us for another country. You go easy. If we now speak the same language, I don't envy you, but seriously, it is a gift. I have to commend you if you can speak all those languages. There are many of you who are very good. Just to mention that before we continue, because everything is stiff now. Everybody is angry. Everybody is frustrated. People just want to tear. They just want to tear. You say, oh, this thing is green and yellow mixed together. I mean, sorry, red and yellow mixed together that become green. Instead for someone to read it properly and say, okay, yes, that could be possible, because he's angry. He's angry at everything. Nigeria is frustrating. Nigeria will make you run mad and you won't even know until you begin to ask yourself that, what if I start on the mad, where did they go on? I don't used to be like this. Right? What's going on? Nigeria can make you mad. Seriously. So instead of you to relax and read properly, it will just come there. Are you mad? How can you say this is yellow and red is green? Green is green. What's rubbish? You say, Baba, calm down now. Calm down. We are saying the same thing. Calm down. No, we are not saying the same thing. This is how you all go about rubbish and start talking rubbish about Buhari, and you'll be blaming APC. You say, Baba, we are talking about color. We're not talking about APC. We're not talking about, is everything all right at home? And you begin to ask yourself that, is everything okay, Baba? Say, don't ask me stupid question. I say, but Baba, read them again. I say, oh, okay. I didn't know that you said if we had red and yellow. I didn't know that's what you mean. I thought you said red and yellow is green. I didn't know. Okay. I get it now. How many of you read those comments and you just be like, oh God. Now frustration. Now Nigeria, may God no catch us. If Nigeria frustration catch you, even if you reach, you go the heart like someone who get mental problem. Until they tell you, say, Baba, now the same thing, sir. You said you okay. I didn't know now. I thought you said, Baba, why are you thinking what I didn't write? Just read what I write. React to it. Hushmagu is a thief. Okay? Read them well. You don't need to bring down your frustration on it. If you want to disagree with it, bring something else to back it up. So I understand the frustration. I read the comments all the time. But listen, I've become a veteran in this. Somehow, even though I'm not a journalist, I'm not a freedom fighter. I laugh when you say Maiyegun is fighting for freedom. I don't know. Maybe what I'm doing is liberating a lot for so many people, right? And that makes them feel like it's freedom. Thank you. That means I'm doing something good, right? But don't call me a freedom fighter. Myself, they find person go fight for my freedom. And I'm glad that we are building a platform that will make me find them so that I can team up with them I can be part of them. We can all carry catapult, carry stone, pursue those who have been pursuing us since all these years. So don't mix it up, okay? Don't mix it up. So, but one way or the other, I am becoming a veteran. I'm becoming more and more relaxed, and then a little bit annoying as well. So don't worry. You and I will spend a lot of time together on doing this. So the truth of the matter is, Magu said he gave Hushmagu 4 billion. Quick. The Buhari Danes, the Buhari Didirins, the Buhari Denotus, and the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Uneka Harris, the Unamdi Harris, the Unena Harris, the Victoria Harris, the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, and the sophisticated morons. They are abroad-based sisters, aunties, uncles, the Mumu lecturers, the Bele lecturers, and the Mumu Madus. They started wailing, oh, hey, can you prove it? Hushmagu need to sue these people. Hushmagu need to use this office. Array, humbled slave, sophisticated moron. Clap for yourself. Hushmagu, what Hushmagu go do? What you go do? They will go on Facebook and start arresting you because they have arrested your brain. They have arrested your destiny. They have arrested everything that should progress you already. So what do you expect? You want same so that you will defend them. And in another few months now, when the fact finally come out, you will begin to rap and rap in a solo tone. You will begin to rap in a Osh Poppy's tone. Like say you know if you talk again. The same way some of you idiots took over social media, writing all manner of jargons. 90 billions recovered, $100 billion recovered, 1 million houses recovered. You bunch of bond obedient fools. Today, you are now asking us, you are joining us now to say Hushmagu, Hushmagu, what's his name? Hushmagu. I think that's his name, Gongo. Well, call him anything. Hushmagu, Hushmagu, Hushpoppy, whatever you want to call him. All of you are now joining us to ask for free Hushpoppy, free Hushmagu, free Hushmagu, free Hushmagu. On this same street, the same street where you abuse us, where you call us whalers, when we told you that thieves can never catch thieves. Forget it. No matter what they are telling you in your current coven, in your current shithole, look at me very well. You will finally come back to agree with us. Yes, you will come back. I swear. May God give us long life. I don't wish you dead, so you will not die. So that you can live long to endure the stupidity you have brought upon yourselves. And then we can come back here to talk about it. Hushmagu is now in detention. He was stealing from thieves. They were exchanging money. There is a girl, just like a Sarah Buhari, as you have a Buhari's daughter on the board of NNPC. She's not doing anything there, but she's on the board. Abba Kyari's daughter, working for NNPC. She doesn't work there, she doesn't go there, but she's on the board. These are the criminals you call your leaders. Their children are better than you. See, stop giving yourself this unnecessary courage. No, we are not different from each other. We are all the same thing. It's God created us. You are mad. Now, so God created all of you the same, but some of you pick up the slavery chains. From some, you gain those chains from your parents. Some of you, no be your fault. Unfortunately, those your parents are still alive. They still have that chain wrapped around their head. And since they gave birth to you, your brains are already chained. And that is why today, you will still continue to defend them. Hushmagu stole from thieves for himself and his friends, flying about in private jets, right? Why you all came here to abuse us, to call us names. My friend, shut up. If you want to change anything, come back home. Who is coming back to come and do what? So that they can give you 500 naira and your miserable life, you can carry yourself onto the motorway and start asking for arrest Maiyegun, so that if you finally see me with 500 naira that you've sold your lives. You bunch of retards. So you can lynch someone for your slave masters. That is what slaves does. No one is coming. Showore came to you. Look at what you did to him. Look at how you treated him. You bunch of rogue-born slaves. So no one is coming. You will live long. You will suffer it for very long. In fact, I will make more content from your miserable choices that you make until you begin to have that sense that says they are not for you. Now, if someone now says, well, we have shared the loot, Hushmagu get one daughter like Sarah Buhari. Sarah Buhari, we no get job. But small pikin, where then they give pocket money to, where they suck breast for Aisha breast at that time. They suck breast for Aisha chest that time. Suddenly, they are now multi-billionaire. While you miserable cunts are on social media trying to look for those who are actually talking about them. You are looking for proof. I laugh. When did it become useful for idiots to make use of, for real, for idiot to make use of information in any way? What can you do with it? What can you do? We said he was arrested and he will be disgraced. He's been arrested. You came out in your miserable lives. In the choosing miserable lives that you have, you Buhari deans and the Buhari deterrents. You said he wasn't arrested. It's a fake news. Now, day 5 be this so. Person where they invite to come and talk, and is now stalking from inside police cell. Are you not mad? Are you not stupid? What do you want Hushmagu to do? Nothing. I just want him to stay there so that it will continue to justify the people like Maiyegun that you are a bunch of retards, only led by criminals. You are not expecting any positive things from them. Any good thing they do for you is a mistake. You know it. That is why you go mad when you see them try to tar a fake road for you. You jump up in joy, in so much jubilation, because you don't expect them to do anything for you. So what do I want Hushmagu to do? Nothing. Instead, they wash Buhari pants and continue to do video call and continue to watch Netflix inside the dungeon they locked him up in Aso Rock. And you idiots continue to do your own intellectual gymnastic on social media to tell us why Hushmagu is your best, simply because he's a Yoruba man. You will saw offer, then you will still saw Ilorin, you will saw Ogbomoso, and you will even saw Kano with what is coming. You will not just suffer. You will saw offer, you will saw Ilorin, you will saw Kano, you will saw Borono with what is coming. And I will sit down here and I will talk about you. They are thieves. Kiki, Omo pastor, for 8 years, that her father was Attorney General in Lagos State. Maybe she was a little girl then. Fine. Doing fine for herself. They've given her a very good education, sent her abroad to go and get educated and all of that, with a shiny, good CV, and the daughter of the vice president, just like Sarah and the rest of those nitwit jobless children of Bokohari. They are just part of the scroungers, those who actually milk you for their own survival. They plug their bloodstream and the pipe. They plug it to your resources, because if you unplug them, then go die. They will die of miserable whatever. That's why they will kill you to remain in that power. Hushmagu pastor, RCCG pastor. His daughter is now in possession of a property worth over 1 billion naira in Abuja. And I said 1 billion because I know you, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the Buhari Dins and Buhari Ditenis. You are interested in that figure. Oh, the property is not owned by her. She rented it because they told you she rented it. You born idiots. They don't own them. They rent. And all of a sudden, Mr. Adamu, blah, 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 is the owner of the property. God damn it. You deserve them. And me, I will continue to tell them, because I tell you, you know what? I'll sit down here as well when the casala will finally burst, and you will look back and say, "Aye," and I abuse Maiyegun that time. Oh, I don't believe him. Oh, I don't believe say pastor if he do that kind of thing. Oh, And I remember many of you who abused Maiyegun. So many of you are now living in our block industry, the one we have been building for the past 2 years on Maiyegun's diary. Those of you who have been sent away and sent to our block industry. Today you can watch, you cannot share, you cannot like, you cannot follow, you cannot comment, you cannot do anything. But look at your lives. The criminals. I will continue to come back here to tell you that, you see, the thieves you defend today will shame you tomorrow. But because nobody can shame the shameless, many of you are shameless. You are, even though your shamelessness is shaming me, one way or the other, I am shaming on your behalf. For 5 years, all of you turned lyrical, you turned philosophical, you turned historian, you turned analyst, you turned to so many things that you were not, to tell us that Bokohari was fighting corruption. Ibrahim Magu was fighting corruption. Look at your life. See your life. See your life. We know you will always find excuses. We know the whole thing. The next person we want to see shamed, destroyed by themselves will be the Attorney General. Your Attorney General. Abubakar Malamu. Abubakar Malamu. If you see the forehead of Hushmagu, and you see the forehead of Hushmagu, which is Abubakar Malamu, Oshlamu. Let's use that, Oshlamu. So Abubakar Malamu, if you check his forehead, you will see that black dot that show that he's been knocking his head on the ground for God knows how long, deceiving those around them to say they are genuine Muslims, they are honest Muslims, they are people who worship Allah, and in fact they are so honest that they will never steal anything that does not belong to them. Hushmagu at Hushmagu, two of them, they are both thieves. The Hushmagu is in jail now. We don't know how long they are going to lock him up, but we know that by the time they are ready for him, you will read so many things that will leave you shameless idiots defending them on social media, even much more shameless. Like you don't have any shame anyway. So what's the point? So the next person we are waiting for will be Hushinbajo, will be Bokohari, will be Hushmagu, and Hushlamu, which is your Malamu, Attorney General, will be few others. And the next that is actually coming, by the way, is going to be your own Hush Daddy in Lagos, the Bodilon thief, the one you always love to find excuses to say, I like what you are saying, Maiyegun, but we cannot want to shake with one. Don't jai, run diran. Shong bominsin. Ko kon ile keji. Àwọn tí ilé yín lè pè yẹn ń jà. In Yoruba land, we were not meant to be slaves. We were not meant to be slaves in any way. But because you born slaves are now getting into the bigger population in Yoruba land, that is why thieves will continue to be your mentors. But listen, you don't speak for us, you don't represent us, and with time, we will get rid of those you are seeing as those role models. We'll get rid of them, replace them with the real people who have genuine love for Yoruba land. And then we'll battle those who want to stop Yoruba then from taking what rightfully belongs to them. And you, born slaves, obedient fools, and those and the rest, you will not be able to make or lift a finger. Not that you can lift any finger anyway, but you feed fat from the oppression and the slavery forced on you by those who are supposed to protect you, those who are supposed to protect your wealth, those who are supposed to guide everything that is in your interest, those who are continuing to kill you. Do you get that now? And before I go, I want to quickly give you this roundup, the names. By popular request, people are asking, Maiyegun, we want you to do a recap on those names and their meaning. So I'll do that quickly. I may not be able to go into full details, but what are the meaning of those names that you hear on Maiyegun's diary all the time? When I say Buhari Deans, Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ngoziaris, the Unekaharis, the Unamdiaris, the Unenaharis, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. the social media bandits and Facebook adsmen, and the Buhari idiots in general. What are the meaning of these names? Quickly. The Buharidins and the Buhari Didiris are the Yoruba land-based morons that are already deceived by their tribal blindness to believe that, those who are speaking for them, either in PDP or APC, mostly in APC, are Yorubas who love Yoruba land. And wherever they stand, no matter how terrible it is against their own existence, they will stand there, even if they are dying for that choice. They are the Buharidins and the Buhari Didiris. The Buhari Dinotus and the Buhari Dichatus are their female counterparts. Those are those who really rely using religion and tribe for their reason for supporting the evil that is built against them. No matter what they face, they will always give excuses telling you, well, it could be worse. The Buhari Shukus, the Ngoziaris, the Unekaharis, the Unamdiaris, the Unenaharis are the modern day Buharidins from the eastern part of Nigeria. You cannot deny their existence. They even have a governor. So these are the people that will tell you that whoever is asking for Biafra is doing so on his own. One Nigeria is more important to them than Biafra. And they castigate everyone that talks about a breaking up of Nigeria, even though they are Igbos themselves. We call them the Buhari Shukus, the Unekaharis, the Unamdiaris, the Unenaharis, and the Unekaya, and so on. Add the rest and make them up. The obedient fools, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, and the sophisticated morons. These are mixed. They are those. I'll start with the sophisticated morons. The sophisticated morons are those home-based Nigerians who pretended to be educated. But one way or the other, they are fascinated and easily swayed and deceived by events. And those are the people who suffered more from Stockholm Syndrome. They are carried away by the present event, and they are so sophisticated in defending absurdity, we give them the name sophisticated morons. The obedient fools. The obedient fools are those who also, one way or the other, know personally that the system has been rigged against them. But they believe that with God, an invincible being, they can make a living or escape the looming poverty, death, and so on and so forth. So they therefore have to obey and be obedient to every choice of political machination and ideology pushed to them, even if they don't understand it. They just need an idea. They just need an individual. Those are the people who play identity politics. They will tell you, I don't like APC, but I am supporting APC because of Hushmagu. Those are the obedient fools. They are easily fooled. And one way or the other, they believe nothing can change except if this individual do it, except if that individual do it, except if this individual is not doing it, then, that one will do it. They don't believe in themselves. They are the obedient fools. Then let's go abroad. Those we call the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. Those are the abroad-based premium Buharidins and Buhari Didiris. They are in Yoruba. They are from Yoruba. They are from Igbo. They are from Hausa. They are from every other tribe in Nigeria. And this is their category. The Mumumadus are those who left Nigeria in the 60s with the hope of returning back to Nigeria as the greatest things that ever happened to Nigeria or Africa. So for 60 years, they have ended up as a failure, either through marriage, divorce, unemployment, disability, and so many other wrong life choices they've made abroad. So they can no longer go back to Nigeria anymore. They are old now. They are in their 60s and 70s. We call them the Mumu Madus because they look back today with the help of social media. They realize that young people are aspiring, challenging things in most different ways that during their time, they never had that opportunity. If they had same, probably they would have ended up well with such orientation. But looking at you, Doing that, suddenly 22-year-old boy is building a house, driving a nice car. Some of you are getting married on social media, achieving your life goal before you turn 30. Social media is seeing all of that. They are seeing all of that. They are failed. They are abroad. Looking at you do that is not something that goes down well. Some of them left since Nigeria was Western region, Eastern region, Midwestern region, and Northern region. Some left when you still had Gongola state, when you still have Bende state, when you still have all those funny states that have been broken down into other states now. So looking at all of you trying to become so better, a Buhari as Mr. Punisher is their own indirect way to say, if they have power to tell you you have it so easy and you are complaining, is to send a Punisher that will take all of that away from you. And Buhari is the right Punisher. They will defend him. They know it is rotten, but they will stay abroad, collecting social welfare, collecting benefit from the countries they live, enjoying free healthcare because they are old now, enjoying free housing offer because they are old now, jobless, and they are actually living off government. But they have access to internet, and there are those older men that you see on social media telling you Buhari is doing a lot for you. You guys are just complaining. When you see them and you click their profile, you see them living abroad, you see their face, and you say, oh, Baba 50. Now, damn, they are the Mumumadus. They don't wish you well. They know Buhari will destroy Nigeria. They know Buhari will destroy men's destiny, and he's doing it. For you complaining, it will get to you, according to them, but they will never relocate to Nigeria. The Bele lecturers, they are those who know the problem. They know the problem cannot be fixed. They know Nigeria is messed up, but they are ready to make money from it. They live abroad. They enjoy all the social amenities, job security. Their children are safe. Their family are very well kept in abroad, as where they are right now. They are watching me right now. But they support Bokohari and APC in Nigeria. You know why? Because they can make money from it. They can use their own influence by using their connection to all these criminals in public office in Nigeria, gaining access into how they can also milk you, come in and tell you they want to do a project. Oh, they are NGO. They are coming to distribute this and that. Or they are doing this for you and that. And they will tell you, they are those that always have data. They are those who pretended to be educated. They are exposed. They look educated. But they are only educated on how to read and write. But they are Bele lecturers. What is controlling them is their stomach. If their survivor is taken out of it, Nigeria means no shit to them. They don't give a fuck about Nigeria if you remove their stomach from it. But because their stomach is attached, right, they can sit abroad and continue to tell you that Buhari mean well for you. And for 5 years, they have never relocated their families back to that same beautiful country that they are telling you idiots, shouting Barbarians on social media. We have the social media bandits. We have the online assmen. The online assmen and the social media bandits, they are those who come online as Buhari idiots to justify killings. And they will ask you, but more people were killed last week. More people were killed under PDP. Oh, more people were killed under this and that. Because they are the online terrorists without guns. What they are doing is to shut you down, to tell you that, well, even if they are killing you, even if they are stealing from you, even if they are robbing you, you have no right to complain. Did you complain yesterday? Did you complain to those who stole from you yesterday? So if you didn't complain, you have no right to complain now. Most of them are they are like fake accounts. They are paid to do this. And most of you fall for that. And you actually go under them to justify same, even though you know you are the victims of all those misgovernance. I will stop here. I have a journey to Dundee today. So I will drop it here today, and I'll continue to come back to tell you that even if your leaders are dressed, if they are dressed in gold loins, if they are driven in golden cars, if they tar their road with gold, if they use all expensive stores as their personality, trust me, we will still see them as thieves. You may see them as your leaders. You may see them as honorable people. But to us, they are thieves. You may see them as pastors. You may see them as a sheikh. You may see them as a malam. You may see them as imam. But to us, they are thieves. They are nothing close to all those titles. And we will continue to say it, even if you are mad with us. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you some other time. Maiyegun sọ pé wọ́n ò gbẹ́bẹ̀. Tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Thank you. I'll see you some other time. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dérò ò ní fi wọ́n ní. Iṣẹ́.